I'm Larry Marble. It's time for a big old heaping helping of ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, bean, wheat, and cotton futures, courtesy of John Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 800-288-4453. Corn futures are down overnight, only to trade higher during yesterday's session. The corn markets enjoyed a significant rally over the last couple of weeks. With the end of the year looming, a certain amount of profit-taking is pressuring the market. However, the balance sheet fundamentals are tight and likely to get tighter, which of course is supportive. The situation in South America is getting critical, and the dry weather is starting to reduce yield potential. With rain in South America's forecast, next Monday's corn market direction will largely be determined by any rain or lack thereof, as well as the latest forecast going forward. Regardless, John says he doubts this corn market has too much downside, at least in the short term, given the level of demand and the tightness of the balance sheet. The Corpus Christi Public Elevator is open for Milo trucks Monday through Friday, 7 to 5. The Andersons and Cargill Houston remain closed for Milo trucks. Neighbor, while we have time, let's go ahead and look at cotton within this portion of the program. Daily spot quotations report showed another 18,861 bales of upland cotton added to the program, bringing the market year-to-date 719,315. Let's take a look at the closing figures for corn, beans, wheat, and cotton. May corn 605.5, up 3 1/4 cent. January beans 1356.5, down 2 3/4. March Kansas City hard red winter wheat 824.5, up 2 3/4. May cotton 112.99, up 2.94. Neighbor, for help marketing your grains, it's 1-800-2-TUGGLE, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing, pipemovers.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves right quick. National pork carcass cutout value, 260 weaker at 84.29. Driving the decrease was the loin primal, which saw the largest single-day drop of $16 by the hundredweight since the coronavirus pandemic in May 2020 to the lowest level, 68.71, since December of 2020. Federal slaughter, 1.423 million head for the week through Wednesday. At the closing bell, lean hogs 40 to 120 higher. February 83.82, up 120. Wholesale box beef prices strengthened. Choice up 105 at 265.71. The select up $1 bill to 257.09. Estimated slaughter for cattle, 358,000 head. Wednesday's futures closed triple digits higher, anywhere from 92 to 137. The feeder futures also up by triple digits, closing 205 to 282 in the black. These live cattle, 139.40, up 92. January feeders, 165.87, up 232. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We are on the line with Chris Carter from Karnes County Livestock down Kennedy Way. Chris, I hope you had a happy Christmas.
Yes, sir, we did. Yes, sir, we did have a very good Christmas, visiting with family and friends. We did take our 2 weeks off here over the break, and we'll be back on January the 6th. I want to wish everybody a happy new year and a safe new year.
Do you have any anticipation on what your run will be like when we come back?
Oh, when we shut down, we were running pretty good numbers, and I believe we'll probably pick up kind of where we left off, around that 500 to 700 mark.
Do you think anything would get in the way of price?
Oh, I don't believe so. The numbers were pretty good when we shut down, and I haven't heard anything lately that really would affect it on the bad end. So I think it'll it'll be kind of where it was when we shut down.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Chris.
If you've got any questions or need of our services, please call Wed and Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
We appreciate you, and we'll talk with you after the holidays are over.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Our heavy-duty panels weigh in at approximately 150 pounds each. We carry a wide variety of products and have panels for the smallest livestock show animals all the way up to panels for the toughest bucking bulls. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel. 210-624-2000. Visit us on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com.
We are on the line with Henry Pickett. Henry, I trust you had a nice Christmas holiday.
Everything was good, just wasn't long enough.
I understand. Well, there's a little bit more before New Year's. Not very much more, but a little bit more. And then we'll crank up. When's our first sale?
First sale will be Tuesday, January 4th.
I guess you've done everything you need to do to the sale barn and the ring to get ready when that January 4th time runs around?
We hope so. Got everything repaired and fixed and ready to start another year.
What do you know is headed our way?
There's a possibility that we may have one sellout. Customer called. He's got 100 cows ranging in age from 4 to 6. Calves will be from 2 to 600 pounds. So there'll be a few pairs in the deal, but mostly be bred young, middle-aged bred cows.
All right. And remind us of the first sale date.
Be January 4th.
Now tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Henry Pickett.
Here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, or my cell number is 940-733-8208.
We appreciate it. Thanks for your business, and we'll talk to you again for the sale.
All right, thank you.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm Radio, and I'm with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, you know, I'm an old sheep and goat man, was raised that way, and I love working sheep and goats with good equipment, and I bet you D&D can help me out, can't you?
Yes, sir. Larry, we are now carrying sheep and goat panels and working equipment from Rivera Panel. They're a family-owned company out in the little town of Lamita. They make quality equipment from working chutes to pens, all sorts of feeders that you can choose from as well.
Real great options for sheep and goat people. I know we've got them in Texas. I know we've got them in Guadalupe County. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Larry, you can get a hold of me at 830-379-7340, extension 161. More than happy to answer any questions anyone may have.
We appreciate you. That's Stephen from D&D talking about their sheep and goat equipment, ddtexasoutfitters.com. We are on the line with Josh Tilkey from Karn City Auction Company. Josh, how did the last go-round go?
Oh, last Saturday we had a short one on the 18th of December, just before Christmas. We had 320 cattle. Market was very strong on the calves and very heavy to high on the replacement cattle.
Good. You want to walk the pens, give us some prices?
Here's 2 to 3 weight where we left off, 165 to 190, 3 to 4, 145 to 185, 4 to 5 with an in buck, 50 to 172, 5 to 6, 140 to 168, 6 to 7 is all 32 to 155. Heifer mates 2 to 3, 140 to 1, 3 to 4 is 140 to 158, 4 to 5 is 135 to 146, 5 to 6 is buck 30 to 145, 6 to 7 is $1.25 to 140. Older bull yearlings $1.25 to 135. Bred cows 1,200 to 13.25. Paired cattle 1150 on up to 13.5. Number 1 yielding packer cows 61 to 77. Number 2 is 36 to 51. Packer bulls 88 to 96. We had another 240 sheep and goats on hand. Probably could have doubled that, and we still would have had a good market for them. Those continued to bring all the money in the world coming into these holidays.
When is our next sale, Josh?
Well, we're closed another week. We do want to just wish everybody a happy new year. Thank you for your business, and have a safe holiday. But we will not be open again until January the 8th will be our first sale back.
Give us the contact info, please.
If you need to get on our books for that day, give us a call, 830-780-3382, or on the cell phone, 830-3285.
Josh, and the motto down there?
Cowboys, I appreciate you.
Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm brought to you by PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. Pipe, valves, or fittings, plates, sheet, channel, beam, culverts, purlins, fencing, and supplies. They now stock new pipe and casings. Find them again. PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. Neighbor, now it's time for Carrie Martin in today's edition of Texas News and Views. It's brought to you by your Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Company. Carrie, what's your topic?
Fall calf prices rally. I'm Carrie Martin with Texas News and Views on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. We usually see a dip in the feeder cattle and calf market as the big fall runs begin each year, and 2021 was no exception. But Texas A&M livestock economist David Anderson says the price drop didn't last for long.
You know, we sure did see some pressure on our kind of fall run of cattle. If we look at some lightweight calves, say 400 to 500 pound steers, they did dip at about the usual time, sort of October, but they have rallied tremendously. In fact, in the Southern Plains, we've had 400 to 500 pound number one steers over $2 a pound the last 2 weeks. And that's up from about $1.70 just a couple of months ago. So really a pretty strong rally.
And we've seen a rally on the heavier weight cattle also.
We see that also, whether we're talking 500 to 600 pounds that are pushing $1.80 in the Southern Plains, or our 700 to 800 pound feeder cattle, which are about $165. And so if we compare to last year, we were about $138 on those heavy steers a year ago, and now we're about $165.
Anderson says strong consumer demand and the rally in fed cattle prices here at the end of the year are big factors lifting all sectors of the cattle market. Corn planting will be here before we know it, and Texas corn farmers will be facing supply shortages.
It looks like 2020 will be another challenging year for U.S. farmers as they face higher input costs and supply chain issues. Kyle Marushka, a branch manager for Helena and Taylor and Mumford, says farmers in his area of Central Texas will begin planting corn the first 2 weeks in February. He says fertilizer prices have more than doubled, and we're looking at a glyphosate shortage that means many farmers will have to turn to other options.
Most of the people in Williamson County are going to be able to get a crop in and keep it somewhat clean. It may not be as timely as we like. I've told my customers the day of calling me and in 30 minutes me delivering your chemical, that's over for this year. We need to be planning 3 to 4 weeks out.
Marushka said the issue now isn't just finding the materials that farmers will need. In some cases, it's a matter of finding the drivers to fulfill those orders.
I ran into a deal the other day where they're ready to ship. The guys can't find drivers to ship it to us.
For the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network, I'm Jessica Dolmel.
The Wall Street Journal says farmers plan to plant more corn, soybeans, and wheat in the coming year than they did last year, but they also face more uncertainty. High fertilizer prices, forecasts for more weather challenges, and the threat of China slowing its demand for global commodities may put a damper on the anticipation. Analysts and investors say geopolitics may bring more volatility to prices next year, with the biggest potential disruptions to international trade being the U.S. and China trade tensions and the Russian troop buildup near the Ukrainian border. I'm Carrie Martin on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains courtesy of John Tuttle, 800-288-4453. Milo through Corpus in December, March plus 85, 1233. Houston, March plus 120, 1296. Progresso, 1180. Yellow corn through Corpus in December, March plus a dollar bill, 705 and a half. Houston, March plus 75, 680 and a half. Progresso, $13. Wheat through Houston in December, March plus 70, 894 and a half. And number one beans to Houston, December delivery, January even money, 1356 and a half. 18,734 bale of Texas cotton. It traded anywhere from 107.74 to 110.24. So across that 18,734 bales, the average was 108.99 against a March cotton contract of 112.99 up to 94. Neighbor, that's it for the most popular farm and ranch news program in Texas. No brag, just fact. I'm Larry Marble, and you're my neighbor. Neighbor, you make that Best Farm Show possible. Thanks for listening. Good day. God bless.